Really?
Yeah, like the original goal of the campaign was to get to this city. At least when
What?
uh, at least that's what the goal was when um, I set
Was
out
to
the
take
campaign.
the city?
The goal has moved since I started DMing you guys.
Oh, so that's why you had us find the sister, and we just did not follow any of the clues you gave us.
Well, so like my original plan for this was, until you derailed things, session one, um, was well, first up, prove yourselves against that cult. Um, find the crown. Look for clues concerning concerning like how to get into the mountains safely. With the end goal being of reaching and, if not capture, resettling the city.
It was supposed to be an ice-themed campaign, and we ended up on a tropical island. What?
That's lovely.
Well, like I
I
said,
am so sorry.
well, no, it's not entirely your guys' fault. I also got inspired by other live plays. um,
That's hilarious.
yeah, and in particular, the one that I think has had the most influence is this British group called High Rollers, specifically their second
Oh
campaign.
yeah, I've listened to them before.
Yeah,
Nice.
currently watching their third campaign.
I find that so hilarious though that we just casually just didn't do what you expected us to do.
How long was that supposed to take? Like a year, maybe two?
I don't know, man. D&D always takes longer than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's crazy what'll happen sometimes.
It sounds like such a nice, contained story, too. I mean, wow.
But hey, just
Where
like
did we go wrong in session one?
your first thing was getting the main story quest at the end of the session. Like the
Did we
guy that
just
you
not
talk
do that?
to, the guy that you talk to in that inn to search for the crown. He was supposed to approach you guys after you proved yourselves.
Whoops.
Then I had to
And
think of some way to get you guys to stay in the city, so up the wanted posters came.
that is
Hmm.
hilarious.
Well, congratulations. You did a very good job. I thought you had a very big planned out plan all along. From session one till now, I thought it was like just a nice, like, oh, this is a bit of a kind of going places campaign like D&D is, but I was not expecting it to be completely derailed from session one. So
Well,
good job.
it wasn't completely derailed. I have had at least one, sort of two campaigns of experience before this, so I know how to get a group back on track with what I plan.
Yeah,
But also, being somewhat of a young guy, I get ideas I think are cool and I throw them in.
sounds good.
But yeah, so last time with the Order of the Swan, you continued the fight, taking down the automaton and the previously dead dragon. and your, or at least Dehun's quarry, got away. And you basically rested deciding on what to do. I think with the foremost plan being taking over the city. Um,
Yeah.
and Dehun collecting skulls for his throne.
Yes, skulls for the skull throne.
And, this week, I think this will be a bit of a shorter one because it will be dictated entirely on what you guys want to do for your downtime.
Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be like some downtime before something will happen to get you to that final leg of the journey.
The final fight against the tree.
Against the hungering one, yes. Or if you want to use its real world inspiration, Evil Tree.
Evil tree.
There was a juniper tree on a dig that I was at that, for one, eating the bones, but when they finally got permission to cut it down, it ate people's shirts, it ate a person's hat, it groped people, making no distinction
Ah,
between sexes, and when I finally cut it down, a a snake came out of it.
That's hilarious.
foreshadowing.
And some people claimed that when they were burning it, that they saw the moon turn upside down.
Right.
Totally.
That one I'm more skeptical about.
All right, so we'll be on the lookout for a large snake. Got it.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Doom's like, no.
it's just a miniature Jormungandr. Um,
The real snake was Esterbon all along.
oh no. Downtime.
Yeah.
Um,
So, or the Swan, what do you
So
want to? Well, what are your first immediate plans?
I guess find the. Actually,
all right, let's see.
so Dehun yelled that he wants the skulls collected so we can revive the people.
Yeah, so Dehun and the current downtime, like immediately, he's going around collecting these skulls and all of the equipment of the people who, from his signets that fell, and then setting all the bodies on fire. Um,
God.
Preferably in a large, like, area, like a pit, just like an ash pit. That would be great.
Starbond will just be like, wave at, um, wave at, Dehun and just be like, are you really trying to saying you're gonna bring these guys, some of these back?
Yes. Do you have a problem with it?
Which two were your favorites, I guess?
You, he's just gonna. He's holding a headless body, dragging it over to a pile. Actually, he's strong enough. He could probably carry it over his shoulder. Um, you can just bring people back from the dead.
I can bring two back right now.
What? He's gonna drop the body. It kind of like squelches. Since when did you do that?
It's been a while, man. I
You,
didn't mention it because we didn't really have someone die. since I
He's
got it.
like flat out. Like if he was gonna pull out a very wet and terrified skull. If I just hand you this, can you just like revive it like immediately?
Kind of. I need some rare oils and unguents, but
What was the second thing?
unguents? I'm actually looking that up myself.
Rare oils and unguents worth at least 1000 GP, which the spell consumes.
Yeah, literally an ointment or lubrication.
Well,
So
we could
I
probably talk to
heal,
Chomper about that. She's probably got some.
a healing salve.
Wow. And this will bring him back, like not like in a different body or anything. It'll just like bring him right back to this body.
Oh no, no, it'll be a new body.
Oh, screw that. I want him to be loyal to me. Thank you, though. If we ever find somebody I don't like but could maybe want around for like soul benefits or something, yeah, I'll bring him to you. Thank you. He's going to pick up the body and start hauling it towards the pit of fire.
Yeah, I think he realizes that while the body may be different, the mind will still be the same.
Dahum does not know that.
The spell's called Reincarnate.
Sturbon, did I lose you? Where did Sturbon go? He is dead. Oh,
Yeah, the spell forms a new adult body for it and then calls the soul to enter the body.
ah, I don't know. If Sturbon comes back and actually says something to Dahun, he may accept that.
You touch a dead humanoid or a piece of a dead humanoid. Provided that creature has been dead no longer than 10 days, the spell forms a new adult body for it and calls the soul to enter the body.
What the hell is going on here?
Things.
Okay, so
Hey,
yeah, my computer just keeps randomly like deciding it doesn't want my headphones to work. I'm honestly confused. Did that? Anyways, where were we?
We were talking about
Dahun is
the
hauling
reincarnate
bodies.
spell.
Oh yeah. So if you want, yeah, uh, the creature, I mean, the person will essentially be the same, just different, just a new body, I guess. Dahun.
Huh. Okay. Let me check my notes to see if any of my commanders. Oh goodness, there's a lot of skulls. Okay, I'm gonna say that Bobber, Bob, hey, Bobber. Anyway, I'm gonna say that Bobber was the one who died, just for the sake of this. He is a dude and probably human, maybe. I
Most
never
of the
got
people
their
you
races.
would have recruited would have been either human or half elf, given
Yeah, you
what we know
said
about Daehun.
6. Yeah, from the main, like the commander ones, there's 6 humans, 2 half-orcs, and 1 half-elf. Bobber is probably a human because that's a stupid name. All right, he's gonna pull out Bobber's head. Sure, here. And then there's his clothes if they fit him. After that, have fun. He's just gonna keep hauling bodies. Burn like the
Okay.
sun.
Turbone will just shake his head and I guess go looking for unguents then, or oils. It's like using
that
names or something.
what that is? Oh, literally just in oil.
Yeah, it's literally just a rare, like it's a healing salves. That's what unguent is supposedly. It's like yes, healing salve or rare oils. Like okay, it just has to be 1,000 GP worth.
Mm. All right. Roll and investigate for me, Sterbon.
All
Yeah,
right.
do it with advantage because one of the NPCs will help you.
He collects a few signets, I guess, and it's just like, yeah, hey guys, let's go find some
You know, one of the druids,
oils.
one of the stars druids will help you. They know what to look for.
Whoa.
Cool. Investigation.
Yeah, I will say that you find enough for a casting of reincarnate.
All right. Then we'll just Turbon will just hold up the skull and I don't know, by the powers of nature and
By the power of Grey
whatever.
Skull.
Yeah, sure. By the power of Grey Skull, cause I bring thee back from the dead. Does this officer actually
Ah.
want to come back?
Uh. David, roll a charisma check to see how much you inspire these people.
Ho 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 ho. I have full charisma. Oh, that's something I need to do during downtime is read that book.
Read the book of being charismatic.
The charismatic book. I
Should be a cool
here it's going to be
starting.
deception because that's the only one that doesn't have proficiency.
Hmm.
Wow.
But this
What
is
do
one
you
of your
roll?
commanders. And I already did roll for this. Man, this is like so far down the list. I thought Daehun was going to hate it, but nope, Daehun's going to be fine with this. Uh, the
Yes.
uh, the skull floats in the air, and a uh, well, uh, Sarabon, why don't you describe like how this spell takes effect?
I mean, the oils, like the skull floats in the air, and the oils just kind of float up to join it and just start forming a body
Right,
from there.
right, and
Or
the new body is that of a human.
Wow.
really, you rolled 100, and
No,
you got
yeah, it was a D100,
a
and I rolled an 86, which between
is
77 and
human.
96 is human.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
My goodness.
if it was a 97 to 100, that would have been a tiefling.
Oh, thank goodness.
That is
Alternatively, the next
hilarious.
closest thing would have been a half elf, or no, not a half, a halfling,
That would have been too bad.
a stout halfling.
That's hilarious. This man literally dies and just boom comes back.
Now,
Is it the same body?
uh, no, I would say that it's not exactly the same body, but it is the same person.
Hmm.
They probably look a little different, But given that this is a reincarnation, effectively,
Yeah, we're just reincarnating them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
All right.
quite literally just I'm making a body. I hope you like it. What do you mean you didn't want to be a different gender?
Oh no, is Bobber a different gender?
Uh,
No, I don't think it runs that way.
I say the magic fashions a new body for the creature to inhabit, which likely causes the creature's race to change. The GM rolls a D100 and consults the following table to determine what form the creature takes when restored to life, or the GM chooses the form. The reincarnated
Yeah,
creature recalls its former life and experiences. It retains the capabilities it had in its original form, except it exchanges its original race for the new one and changes its racial traits accordingly.
So that means that souls have gender in this world. Weird.
yeah. If
All right.
yeah, it's very much a DM's discretion, as it says there. You can the DM can say, "Oh no, they turn into a snake.
Ah,
Congratulations, you reincarnated him, but he's just a cat now."
Yeah, he
And
did.
that is a very fun time.
He had bad karma in his previous life.
He's now a fly. It's a blade singer fly. Don't worry about it.
Don't even joke about that. That thing's never getting hit.
That's what makes it so good.
But it also can't do any
all right.
damage.
You're not wrong.
I'll say the guy is the same gender as before, just to
Yeah,
reduce the
no.
complications.
All right, cool.
I'm sure if
Daeun's
Luna
gonna.
were here, she might insist on me rolling, but eh.
Yeah, it's not a. Yeah, it's just something that's funny you can do from time to time.
All right, Daeun's gonna jog over after having put the last body on the pyre. Hey, did it work? He's gonna address Sturban.
I mean, Starbound will just point at the newly reincarnated. What was his name?
Bobber.
Bobber. Newly
Yeah.
reincarnated Bobber, and just goes, "There's your guy."
Huh. You did say it was a new body. I guess I don't know what I was expecting. Hey, Bobber, you're a little whiter than I was anticipating.
Waiter.
A
I,
little bit more stout.
I remember falling in battle, but then after passing on to this weird plane, I heard or felt a feeling to come back.
I'm glad you did, friend. Well, yeah, so you did fall in battle, but thankfully, we do have the ability to bring people back from the dead. Doesn't mean I'm going to keep you alive for as long as your soul exists. Could you imagine that? Um, but just for now, because I think your life was cut short, I brought you back and planning to do it for the rest of the crew who did fall. By the way, you are completely stark naked. So here, let's get some clothes on you. Um, I don't think these are going to fit your old uniform. So here, we'll just go through the fall and see if any clothes fit. Is that all right?
Da, comrade, commander.
All right. Yeah, Dane's going to pull out the various bloody and slashed clothes and just kind of like let Bobber choose.
Yeah, Bulver gets a new uniform if a little used.
He'll prestidigitation him just to be sure. All right, Bobber. Well, we're setting up camp over there. The idea is that we're going to be taking over the city for any future stuff. Um, hopefully this becomes a new base on the continent. Don't worry, I won't make you stay here if you don't want to. You can still go back to the island. All right, go see Dimitri.
Yes, Commander. And he walks off.
Man, I always liked Bobber. Great guy. Anyway,
While all this has been going on, the NPCs have been talking amongst themselves. Uh, it doesn't seem to be too much of a hushed conversation, but you guys kind of stepped away from them in order for this to happen.
yeah, I guess Dayhoon will walk back over. He's got nothing better to do.
Alright, so uh, right, the woman got away. Sounds like you're planning on taking this, or at least the or the Swan's planning on taking this over. Um, what are we going to do? I mean, I have very little interest in this place. There's not really anyone here.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in cities myself, but Daehoon seems to like them for some reason.
Seems to. Are you kidding me? Look,
What?
okay. Do you see this? He's gonna like pat the ground. This this is real cobblestone and some ice, but mostly cobblestone. You understand? That's awesome. You see that? He's gonna point at one of the towers. Beautiful. That is like that looks better than a tree. Okay? That is amazing. I don't understand. How can you not like cities? They're beauty incarnate, most of them.
I think some people
Start
have their
with
own opinions on like what is considered beautiful or not.
start with the fact that I think trees are a lot better looking than the city.
What? No, trees are. You can burn them down easy. Look at that sheer, just solid face of rock. There's nothing there except for some ice and snow. But like, mm, that gets my blood pumping.
Plants can rip that down in 5 seconds tops.
Well, so can a fireball. But if you enchant it, can you enchant a tree, Sturban? Can you enchant a tree? I didn't think so. You can enchant that rock right there, and it can withstand a tree.
I'm
It's
pretty
just
sure he's the
like,
incarnation of nature, so he could probably enchant a tree.
Y-
yeah, enchanting trees is kind of not frowned upon since certain horrors started uh, creeping through the dark
Not to
because of
mention
trees.
the evil trees we have lining the city of Lair and the road between Lair and McTail.
Yeah, if a tree suddenly decides to eat you, it might be enchanted. It might just be a druid you pissed off.
See, like, why deal with that? Why not just deal with a rock? Yeah. Plus, it shows the handiwork of mankind, and that is truly something. I mean, the gods, the gods can take all they made. Ah, man, man is beautiful.
And how do you know that a god didn't create cities?
Ah, you cut out again.
How do you know that a god didn't create some of these cities?
Dang it, wrong side. Well, I'm sure that I've never heard of a god making a city ever. But if they did, they would be my favorite god, aside from the one I already worship.
I'm pretty sure the god you worship destroys cities. He is a
Eh,
god of war, right?
He's a god of war, sure, but you need cities to have war. If you don't have a bunch of people all in one place, then there's not really a war. It's just like a skirmish. Wars happen because of large groups of people. Where do you put large groups of people? In cities. You see that through line? Awesome.
Right.
And Dave, this is just a thought out there. What if there was a city made of trees? Not like buildings made of wood, but not like buildings
You mean
are
the
trees
walking
themselves.
trees?
Yeah, like Stergon's house.
Kind of like looking at the sky. I mean, trees can burn down super easy, so it doesn't sound
Not all
crazy.
trees. You ever live in an ironwood tree? That thing never burn. Will never burn.
Yeah, but you hear what you're saying? It says ironwood.
It's not
Iron, like
actually
metal, like
made of iron.
raw.
It's
Yeah, but
not
it gets
actually
its
made of
name
iron.
from a rock.
Because humans are not the best at naming things. What do you expect?
Oh yeah, what would you call it in your tiefling tongue?
Fuck, what does ironwood trees look like?
Um,
Fucking
Probably a tree.
it's
no, I'm pretty sure they have spikes on them.
Oh wait, really?
let's see.
Um,
Ironwood. Phone, I know you're faster than that.
ironwood, birch-like, fine-textured branches.
That's just a
Ironwood.
tree, my dude.
Oh yeah, it's just ornamental. Oh, they're nice looking.
Yeah, I like the stem, or sorry, the trunks, not the stems. They're
Oof.
looking sleek.
Man, most of what I read just that it was probably from someone who didn't like trees. Oh well.
Well, they had to get.
Dahoon wrote the article.
They're probably called ironwood because they are ridiculously hard.
Yeah, they you can actually use, yeah, they're very good. Um incredibly hard but yeah, Sturban would just say the Latin name for ironwood, which is what Osteo Virginia,
Um,
whatever.
well, there are many species. um,
Yeah, there are. Yeah, you'll just call it Osteo Virginia. That's the one I've got for now.
That didn't sound it. That didn't sound infernal.
No.
Weird. All right,
What, do you think I'm gonna
fine.
call trees infernal names? Have you been to hell?
What? What's wrong, huh? There's trees down there, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm sure with
Yeah,
Lithuania's connections, we can probably get down there.
I'm okay. Thanks.
yeah,
But
I
look,
got
look,
fussed about going down there.
What? You don't want to know what
look.
Phlegethos looks like?
I can read a book. It's good enough for me.
How about this? Let's stop talking about stupid trees and stupid nature, and instead of touching grass, touch cobblestones and realize that cities are the best thing in the world. And let's move on. And because this whole conversation started with me wanting the city, you guys, if you think it looks bad or it's stupid or could get destroyed by plants, then you leave it to me and I'll take care of it. Okay?
Seem fair?
All right. And Sturban, if you want to do something with plants, you have a whole tropical island. I mean, a big tropical island, not all of it. Part of it's mine. The rest of it
I
you can do with it as you wish.
I've already been growing stuff. Like I said, don't go to a certain part of the island if you don't want to get eaten by a T-Rex.
Fair enough.
uh,
It's over. What else were we doing? Yeah, so this place is mine. Yes, I would like to go find that woman. However, I've calmed down a little bit now that I've burned some flesh, and I think we should take it slow. She's going to be a little tricky. She's a wizard.
Well, do you want to like go rest up in a nice, comfortable bed?
He'll stomp on the ground. Yeah, this looks about right.
I mean like an actual bed, not like camping.
I mean, if you're sissy enough to have to sit on feathers, then sure, go for it.
Well, I don't think any of us are capable of getting to McIsle today. Didn't we use all the charges on the helmet getting people here?
I think so, yeah.
yeah,
All right, so you're saying we break into a house?
Sure, you don't mind. You want to take over this city, anyways.
Yeah, honestly, this is all my property as far as I can tell. Have a free house, everybody. I'll probably be asking for rent in a few years, but have at it.
Daeun, even or odd?
What?
Even or odd?
Daehun's a little odd, I think.
Daeun, you will get a message from Tong. Sorry that we couldn't stay around, but we had to pick up a gift. You're welcome to come and, well, perhaps gift is not the correct word. And
Does the message just end?
considering it's a 25-word limit, probably. I wasn't keeping track.
Okay. So it's like you can come. Oh, that sounds like a cyberpunk thing. Maybe not gift. Okay. He's just gonna wait. He's gonna finish the sentence. He'll wait for a solid couple minutes, just kind of like head hunkered down, waiting for something to happen.
Okay, you okay? Say on. We picked someone up that you might be interested in. And they are here on. They are here in layer.
Can he send a message back?
You can respond. 25 words or less.
Okay. Who?
Third use of sending. That is a long story, only that we picked them up in the mountains. Not long.
Dan's gonna do this.
That is a long story. Too long for sending. Pick them up in the mountains.
Use less words means more talking. That's what he's going to send back. Okay, let's try to get some sleep early, guys. I guess we have to go back to lair. Man.
Don't you like Lair? That's your own personal.
No, I
It's a
don't
shared
like lair. I like McTail. McTail's my place. She still hasn't finished my teleportation circle. I don't know what she's doing with her life.
You know how long it takes to make a teleportation circle?
Yeah, like a year.
How long have we been on the island?
Thought it's been like 8 months now, I think.
which is not a year.
Dan's gonna count on his fingers. Okay, yeah, sure. We're 2 months off, but like, come on. Couldn't she speed it up with magic?
It is magic.
I yeah, fine. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go find a house with my buds, the Signets, and you guys can complain about magic all you want.
Magic
Can
brought back your commander.
he's gonna kick an ice block and just kind of wander off and try to help out the Signets with finding a good house.
Okay. You'll get a long
That's it.
rest, and
Needle.
the helm will recharge. I think it's a D3. You'll get one charge.
Darn. How many people can it take? Like 9?
Yeah, 9 including the
Okay.
person you
So,
saved.
yes. All right, so we should probably go back. Us, the main crew. The druids, I'm going to politely ask to leave. Not you, Sturban, you're fine. The star ones can please go away now, thank you.
I mean,
Um,
she's not a druid, but she is not party to you. Well,
oh,
actually,
she's the
she might.
princess, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just before this all goes crazy, I am going to make sure. Hey, is this your guys' land, and can we have this, please?
Technically, it's Terra Incognita, or No Man's Land. I mean,
Perfect. Thank you. I'm so glad we had this talk. Goodbye.
unless the wizard or the sorceress claims this land.
We're going to kill her. I don't think that matters. Anyway, thank you.
Are we
I would
talking
like.
about the same sorcerers?
I thought we were.
You are hired by her to find
Oh, never
the
mind.
mountains.
Wait, who is the person we just fought then?
The person you just fought was, um,
A wizard, not a sorceress. Sorry,
yeah.
get my magic guys mixed up.
Well, she is a wizard. The person you were fighting was a sorceress.
And therein lies the confusion.
Yes.
See, was there a? I think there was a command.
It's fine. The sorceress was the weird one with the stars, right?
You have a
But
lunar sorcerer in your group.
all right.
This one, you don't know. You don't know what her
And
sorceress origin is.
she's not she's not that northern one that was kind of destroying everything.
So let me just get this person's token on the same layer.
Okay.
Put myself on the correct layer. Alright, so this is the person you were fighting.
Yes.
She is a sorcerer, but she also has levels in cleric, as you could probably guess. She is the one that called you guys a band of contradictions.
Fair.
You don't know what her sorcerer bloodline is, or what domain she is. What cleric domain she is. The sorcerer that is of the star, or it's a lunar sorcerer, is that one.
Right.
Now, from what you can tell, both of them are from this country, as in, she was nobility before she got married off, and
Right.
did something in the astral plane because she is an astral elf. This one, as far as you're aware, is the previous cycle's version of Fleur.
Okay. Is there another sorcerer? How
Uh,
about this? Which one was she referring to?
um, remind me of the context.
So she was saying this city might be someone's land. Which
Oh,
one of these two was she talking
she
about?
was referring to her.
Oh, yeah, we don't care about her. We're going to kill her.
Her land lies. We go to this map. Uh, would be like somewhere this way.
Oh, sweet. We can make this dragon territory, and the entire mountain range can be owned by us. Nice.
Well, you don't know what the dragon territory is.
I think we can make it what we want it to be. Well, sorry, Daehun would think we can make it what we want it to be. I'm not forcing the DM to do anything. Okay, fair enough. So this land, this area right here, we don't know who owns it, which means Daehun owns it. Or more accurately, Order of the Swan, but still, Daehun's going to say he owns it.
And yeah, technically the only bits that are claimed are the bits that you can barely see are colored, like here, here, like these bits.
What would you say is the Order of the Swan's color? Like a weird gold?
Um, that would be the country that you've been working with this entire time. That so, the entirety of the gold that has been Shimber.
Okay, so we're not. Oh, sorry. No, I meant like the Order of the Swan's color, like to mark out, because otherwise Daehun's just going to use red.
Right, you can use whatever color you want. I doubt that there is like a uh, color tool that you can like say like click here and then you can color all the rest of this.
Right. Okay, so this Daehun country. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we can go back now.
Right. Using the Helm of Teleportation, you return to uh, the island of Mikhail. Yeah, sure. We'll do this map just for the simplicity. But the well, what of the NPCs do you bring? You
So there was the A group and the B group, right? The group
yeah.
that was before the teleportation and then the group after. We're going to take the A group.
All right, so
Just leave the B group behind to do what they want.
you're gonna bring um, all these people.
Yeah, we should probably leave the noble to map out the city if she knows it, or at least the old parts. The blade singer, I don't care about. Oh wait, we should probably take him
Okay.
and him. So here, we're gonna leave. Was this the ranger?
Yes.
We'll leave the ranger just because she'll be helpful for figuring stuff out, like geographically, and leave the barbarian in case of further threats. And we'll substitute this guy and this guy.
All right. So
General task for the people staying behind is just map the place out.
all right. Let's see. So
Keep the spoils.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, you have 7 right here.
Darn.
You can bring 2 more people.
Well, might as well bring you. I don't think you'll help. Who's this guy?
Wizard that you never bothered to speak with.
Wizard. Ooh. He can stay around and look at the magical defenses.
I mean, if you're wizard, because blade singers are a subclass of wizard, and technically has levels in wizard.
He's the more technological one, isn't he?
He, well, he is, he is that person's son in the future.
Right. Right.
So he basically has the levels that both his dad and his mom have.
Okay. We'll bring these two because stuff. Sturban, do you want to bring anybody? I got all my crew. Except for Turku.
I'm good.
Oh, you want to bring Chomper back?
Yes.
Yeah, we want Chopper. We'll take Chopper.
Okay. So that is 8. You can
I guess.
technically bring one more, but
How about her?
Fleur's grandma? Okay.
She has city business. He has mechanical defenses business. He has defense business, and she has geographical business. So she's the only one without anything to do.
Alright. Alright, you bring your group. Yeah, let me just grab all these people just to, for future knowledge. Bring them here. Yep, post it. Paste all the tokens down there. Oh, and there's one more. Yeah, I can probably just. I'll make a mental note. It's not important right now. But you have returned to McIsle. Seems like everything has more or less as you left it, though seems to be a bit more built up because you were gone for many days. So, where do you head?
Tong.
Well, yes.
Might as well see this person.
Oh, there's a town hall type thing, or
close-
maybe the lair first.
well, I was, the closest thing you have to a town hall is Fleur's trading post.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Fleur got a trading post. Right.
Yeah, Fleur has a trading post. She's a merchant. I mean, she may not have been a good merchant, but you know, she still has the mind of one. Just don't let her set the prices.
No.
Or at least don't let her give things out for free or extremely reduced prices.
All
That's
right.
why she's married to live, I guess.
Right. You head over to the Hanatora trading post, and when you step in, you'll see yeah, you'll see Fleur behind the counter. Just like looking at papers before she looks up and says, "Oh, welcome back. Uh, was it a good trip?"
It's all right.
Yes. No.
We lost a fair
No.
amount of segments. I don't think it'd be that.
Oh no, that wasn't the problem. I just didn't get my coat or quilt. I can't decide what I was going to make her. Um, yeah. Aside from that, we got a city, so that's fun.
A city with no people in it.
Yet there was nobody on this island. Let me remind you.
There were plenty of beings on this island.
I mean, well, I think there's a big difference between um, a tropical island and a frozen hellscape.
Yeah, one's a lot hotter. Very unnatural. We should be cold. Cold is good.
Aren't you
That way we can
fond
feel the sun's warmth. Are
we
you gonna?
can assure you we can feel the sun's warmth here, man.
Yeah, actually, you're reminding me. Daehyun's gonna take off his cold resistance boots. He's probably sweating like a pig.
You're just
Which,
reminding me of the one of the PCs in the other campaign I'm running on this island. They came from the same region or the same general region that you guys are. They were way out of their element.
well, Floor, how's business?
Well, I feel a lot better now that I know firsthand how things are going. Yeah, I am still a little busy being a new parent and all, but yeah, we've learned something interesting about my powers that the Twin Divine gave me. Um,
Continue.
it seems that because the Twin Divine are very much against people that aren't from this world, that they don't factor into the visions the Twin Divine give me. So I was able to foresee where uh, the you fought a woman in the city, correct?
Yeah.
I was able to see where she would teleport to and send the Prime Minister and her girlfriend out to that area. Because neither of them are from this world. And apprehend her.
Well,
What?
good job, Fleur.
Did they kill her by any chance?
No, they took her prisoner.
Okay. Sure. Why
David
not? You
that
know?
does not give you permission to kill her.
I know that's the problem. This He's going to slam his hands down on the desk. That's the issue, Fleur. They take your prisoner. Now she's a prisoner of war. I'm not allowed to kill her. Every single time. Every single time. Where are they?
Um, well, I'm not so sure that you're aware of this, but ever since the dragon gods were revived, well, and actually, honestly, before then, some draconic knights have um, decided to make an embassy here, and at least to my knowledge, there's the only place that has a jail.
Dane's going to smack his helmet. I completely forgot to build a jail in McTail. That's on me. That's on me. Okay. All right. If
Well,
you want to catch up
uh,
with your wife, then
yes, but before you go, you know how you were complaining about. Well, I kind of for I kind of had a vision of this last night. That you were complaining about not having a or not being able to take the land. This would be a way of uh, well, maybe not legally, but it would certainly be seen more as a legitimate means of acquiring the city. You know, because well, like you said, she is a prisoner of war, and so that technically means we are at war with whatever country she represents, and being the only citizen of that country, she is the de facto ruler, and well, perhaps I'm being a bit more of a politician than I wanted to be. Uh,
Dane's just going to get up in her face. Thank you, Floor, for explaining conquest to me. I think I understand.
but
I'm going to go now. He's going to leave.
I, I did not mean it that way, Daehun. I'm just
He's
saying,
still a little.
I'm just saying that people would uh, be more willing to accept your conquest of this place with a treaty.
He's going to be like stopped in the doorway. Okay, sure. I'll talk politics with her. All right? He's going to pat his sword and walk out.
Cerebon, do you follow or do you stay for an awkward minute?
I just shrug at Flurry and was like, it was a good try.
Um, perhaps uh, you being a more neutral party would be more apropos to the negotiations. So, um, why don't we just let him wander around the city looking for the embassy, and I'll just show you on a map where the embassy is.
Yeah, Daehoon's got no
I'll
information.
take it.
All right, and Fleur will point to a location uh, somewhere on this peninsula, like in the fog.
Alright. Starbon will head there then, won't he?
I had predetermined Daehoon was going to walk this direction. Dang it.
This is lovely. Dave's like, I got this.
He's going to walk in the wrong direction and just kind of wander around the city looking for embassies, muttering to himself.
You will you'll eventually find yourself in McTail.
Brilliant. I'm gonna go check up on my crew that's in the McTail buildings. So Vogley, Finbar, Joanna, Echo. I want to check out Echo, see if he's doing okay.
Yeah, the people that you hired seem to be doing well and are, if not doing better, then just as good as they have been doing in Lair.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear. Um, I will, because I guess I'm just not going to the embassy. Because David's a dumbass. He's gonna skin all of the heads, clean them off, make sure that they're all nice and shiny, and then just put them in a row somewhere. Put all the names on them, and then leave all the equipment like next to them, just so I remember whose is whose.
Alright, so we have Dehun over here. Guess since your mission is done, uh, the relevant NPCs are going to stay behind, or are going to go about their individual businesses. Liv slash Mick will stay in the trading post to catch up with their spouse. Which just leaves Silvar, Vogley, and Chomper.
Really sorry, I'm going to interject. Could I also be reading the book?
Okay.
I don't think I've started reading the book.
Well, you also
yeah, okay, yeah, I'm just going to...
consistently.
Yep, it says 48 hours and 6 days, so as long as... do you think we'll be doing anything for the next few days after this? We are going to be doing something, and we have to send supplies back. Rats.
That could just be
I'll try to keep
something
track of stuff.
Just you, and you're going.
Right. All right, yeah, he'll take some time to do that and then spend the rest of the day learning how to manipulate people.
Yeah, let's just say that the two kobolds and the sewer dragon will go with you, Sterbon.
All right.
Sterbon episode.
I mean, it's been
Enjoy.
I'm not saying
I
a word. I'm disconnecting my microphone. Have fun.
Right.
Oh no.
Right.
Congratulations, I have to lead this.
I mean, it is a whole lot better than yeah. At least you'll be neutral in this.
Yep, this is a true neutral character, and it's painful sometimes.
A true neutral in a party of evil.
Yeah, I was expecting, the possibility of like evil or good. I didn't know which. This is why Sturban appeared.
At true neutral in a evil party with a sprinkling of good. Sprinkle of good.
Yeah. I've had yeah.
But
All right.
yeah. Oh shoot. It will be easy enough for the four of you to find where the embassy is, considering that this place was getting set up when Chomper was here. She knows where it is. So she'll pretty much just like lead you to the port and like up the coast, into the dense fog for like probably half a mile. Before she points you to your right, and you will find yourself in front of a large double door. On either side of the door is like stone walls.
All right, Starburn will just go in then.
No knock or nothing. All right.
Hey
Inside.
man, we run this town.
But it's an embassy, man. Whatever.
Oh,
Um, so you,
I don't see a please, Doc.
oh, shit, that means I have to get my names of these NPCs out. This will actually be their
Real fast.
this will actually be their first time appearing in either of the campaigns I'm running. I mean, technically, the other group got to this place first, but they have yet to go inside.
They're like, hey, let's check this place out. I'm just like, all right, we're going right in.
Well, it's more of like they're investigating things that are going on the island and involving a dragon. And Tong is just like, this is too early in the morning for me, excuse me, to deal with this. You guys head over there, see if you want to get them involved.
Here, go talk dragons with these guys. I'm sure they know
But
something.
inside, you will find a courtyard with a fountain. Um, you have a passive perception of 15, correct?
Yeah,
All right. As you are wandering around this courtyard, you will, well, no, Silvar will bump into someone. And what? What? And I hear someone say, uh, it sound. You're not quite sure what they say because it's, um, you're guessing it's a kind of Elvish, but it's a familiar kind of Elvish. Specifically, in Elvish that you, or the Elvish that you heard in the villages in the Montes Galacti. As you like squint through the dense fog, you will see a translucent elf. Um, and to aid in this, I'll just copy paste from the other campaign, just to get a general idea of what these elves look like. Uh, Copy image.
you hadn't prepared for the other campaign, not expecting us to just be like, all right, embassy time.
So, like a bluish tint skin, but you can see right through it. So they are kind of hard to
Wonderful.
see in the magically conjured fog that the island has as a consequence of it being mixed layer. Um, when there is no coherent response, this say in broken common, uh, are you
What?
here to see ambassadors?
Might need to repeat that. I got coincidentally, and that's the
Uh,
only word I got
no,
after
um,
magical fog.
so, uh, blue tinted skin, uh, that's translucent so you can see right through it. Kind of makes it hard to see with the magically conjured fog that's a result of this island being a part of mixed layer. Um,
Yeah.
After a minute of getting no comprehensible response, the person will then say in broken common, You here to see ambassadors?
Starbrand will put up a thumbs. Wait, does she count as an ambassador? And the person we're going after.
Um, as far as you're aware, they are a prisoner of war.
So I guess Starbrand will kind of just do the like like maybe signal with his hands and just be like, um, new person, uh, prisoner,
Uh, the elf squints their eyes. Uh, come with me, and
Starbrand will
uh,
do thumbs up.
they will take you inside and through several rooms up until you get to a what appears to be a large conference room. Uh, the elf will bow to you for and will say, "Wait here," before
Starbrand will
departing.
bow back.
Um, After probably like 5 minutes or so, a a number of people come in, all of them wearing what just looks like plate armor. So they are interesting colors. Um, Two of these individuals, they appear to be tieflings. Um, one of them wearing uh, like purple armor, the other wearing white. And the one wearing the white armor appears younger than the one in the purple armor, but she is following closely after uh, that particular individual. Um, One person comes in by himself and appears to be elven. Let me just write that down so I know for my other group. And the last people to enter um, appear to be Genasi. Um, the one in the lead has a blue tinted plate, while the two people that follow him also appear to be vastly younger, are wearing um, black tinted armor. But so they will come in. The older ones take a will take seats at the around the table, while the younger ones will stand behind the people that they came in with. And let's say the person that looks elven, he'll say in common, uh, "You look like the statue that we've seen in town. I take it you are one of the Order of the Swan, correct?
There's a statue of me?
There's a statue of
Damn,
all.
Dahan gets around.
I mean, you are the founders of the island. I think people would want to commemorate their founders.
I guess. But yes, I am a member of the Order of the Swan. Why
Pardon me.
you are?
Uh, I am Ushakal uh, Ilzarek, the counselor. Or, well, at least that is my title in Draconic. You could call me Sir Izilrek. He'll point over to the tiefling woman in the purple armor. That is Ushakal Savna, and pointing to the Genasi wearing blue armor, and that is Ushakal Oldrel.
A lot of Rushicals? Is that
It is
a
our.
common
It is
name?
our. It is the draconic word for sir or lady. We are.
Okay.
We are knights of the three draconic orders. I represent the Metalla Order of Knights. Savna represents the Gem Knights, and Odrel represents the Knights Chromis. And in case you are wondering,
Uh,
yes, all of us are dragons.
I yeah, I stopped wondering about who was dragons after the third or fifth dragon I talked to.
So you've talked to many of our
Relatively.
kin.
Yeah, you guys are surprisingly common for how afraid the common folk are of you. Um,
Perhaps it's something to do with this Mikhail that attracts us. A hybrid between a gem and a chromatic dragon is not common. It's rare.
listen, you guys get freaky without knowing about the other things happen. I get it. Um,
But what can we do for you, Sir
Sturbone.
Sturbon?
Um, yes, I was just told you guys had the last we fought yesterday here, so I
Oh,
came to have a chat with her.
you mean the elf woman that the prime minister and the other fox lady brought in, correct?
Correct, actually. We wanted to arrange something with her, preferably peace.
Hmm.
But
Then that is something that we would all like. I take. Though, who are your companions? I mean, I recognize Chomper. We have met on more than one occasion, but who are the two kobolds with you?
kobolds. Oh, right.
Uh,
They're friends. They
yeah,
want to introduce themselves.
yeah. Uh, I am Lord Silvar of the Unterbergen, And this is my time displaced son from the future, Vogley. Um, I suppose since uh, the princess was part of the group that was attacked, or that was party to attacking this woman, right? Um, then I suppose that technically means she's at war with Shimber as well. So I suppose that means that we can get a peace treaty for, or at least we can all get a treaty in this case, unless
Be
anyone
nice, I
objects.
guess.
No, that sounds agreeable. And uh, he'll say something interconic to one of the servants of the place, who will bow and leave. Um, so while that person is off getting the prisoner, the knights will explain that after the last dragon knight that attacked the party was killed, and at least their armor was recovered, that the orders decided to try a more diplomatic approach and repair some of the hurts that might have been caused, and were
For
loaned a piece of land to which they could build an embassy, a embassy for the three orders here. Uh, and in case you're taking notes, that the three orders bit is lowercase. That is not their combined title. They're separate entities.
yeah,
I'm just saying that because saying each of their names individually would be complicated.
painful.
Um, after, well, also they decided to build a castle in this plot of land that they were loaned, because they're dragons and they have to be better than everyone else.
This might be an issue.
Hey, Dehun
Dayton
doesn't
might go
know.
after them for this.
Dehun doesn't know.
Not yet.
And unless
Just to be one of
he
those things.
unless he discovers where the embassy is, he will never know that the dragons are
But
building a castle.
we must be better than you about that.
Yeah, don't think just because you guys can fight a dragon doesn't mean that fight and kill a dragon doesn't mean that these guys won't kill you. Because they are better than the default dragon stats, and there's 9 of them. Right? No, 6. But after a bit, the servants will come back with the elven woman, um, who's appears to be forced into mittens, and is like one hand behind her back, the other like chained to her front. Has a manacle around her neck, looking very displeased at the situation. Well, Lady Tenuvial, it seems that you have caused quite a ruckus. Uh, with your incident, it, um, Isilric says while giving, looking at Sturban. Like, is that correct? uh,
Sure, we can go with it's a her fault. More of a undead army attacking her, but yeah.
that it seems that your, would it be right to say country since you're the only civilian that we know of? Whatever the case may be, it seems that you are at war with the countries that are countries and organizations that uh, everyone in this room is representing, except maybe for the tall kobold. He seems to be temporarily displaced.
They joined in the fight, so congratulations, you're also at war with the country in the future.
I'm just not going to say anything because if this is what I think it is, I think the country I am from is going to be created from this.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, it's
We'll
complicated.
never tell Daehun about this.
I promise not to tell, even though I'm kind of
Good.
working with him. And so,
You must never
um,
know.
this being the case, while we have been at war the longest, your, for lack of a better term, capital was conquered by these fellows. So, I think in being that your capture entitles your country's capitulation, that we can't really do an armistice since your automatons attack automatically, and who knows what's going on with the ice golems. But I think this would be a perfect time for a treaty. The two of you agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems like a good time to
Alright.
stop fighting.
Alright. So let's say for the next hour or two, there is some negotiating. Mostly between the Dragon Orders and you and Silvar, because um, the manacles effectively render the prisoner under the silence spell. Well, you gotta.
We're doing,
Hey, verbal components exist.
yeah.
So, um, if you have any suggestions, I will hear them out. But at least what I had in mind was that, and it will actually go to uh, this map for it. Um, that the city of Mythosil itself, so this here, will be under joint occupation by McIsle and Shimver. Um, and Daehoon, if you want to get in on this, even though, well, actually, Victor, if you want to get in on this, you may. Just because Daehoon isn't there, I want this to be a player thing. um, uh, let's say like something like this. Um, um, so like this area will be like decided between Mikhail and Shimver, while um, this area will be divided between roughly like this area and uh, th- this up here, which will be given to the Draconic Orders. This area will go to Mythosil, uh, or more specifically, where is she? Or more specifically, copy and paste. While this area goes to her. So that is what I had more or less in mind.
Okay.
How if
Durban.
yeah, if you have any suggestions on how to divvy things up or collect the spoils of war, I'll take them in now.
Yeah, Durban doesn't seem to care too much about this. It seems fine in his eyes. Um,
I think if Miss Olivia here, she would try to push for more. Dayon would try to claim everything.
yeah,
Arson might try to claim everything. I think Gorza would be in along with Cerebon, your line of thinking.
yeah. He's just like, I'm not really feeling like we can go to war with people. I'll take this land and call it good.
Right.
Not, not that he really cares. No one's gonna complain about trees or T Rexes until it's too late.
So let's say that so this up here, and let's make that a bigger font. So let's say that this here goes to make aisle, and this down here goes to Shimmer, with the city being a joint endeavor.
Uh, I think Starbon will try and keep the Isle for Daehoon at the very least.
The city.
Yeah, the city.
All right. Yeah. All right. So So that's how the land will be divvied up. Uh, Next would come the question of what to do with Tenuvial, the elf woman now held prisoner.
Do you want her?
The
I
dragons want
asked,
her.
like, the dragons want her?
Yeah, she's been at war, or they have been at war for who knows how long.
What are you guys planning doing with her?
Well, definitely not execution, but war
That makes me
reparations
think
have to be paid.
you.
Several of our people have died under her efforts.
Hmm. Is she the one who made the automatons, though?
Mm,
And the frost golems?
I think for this they would allow Tenuvial to speak. I created the ice golems, and when power was restored in Bahazar, that reawakened the automatons. And since they were loyal to Mythosil, they were loyal to me.
Hmm. Are there more of these golem or automatons and golems, I guess?
The knight from the gem dragons will say, if memory serves me correctly, there is one automaton on your island that was looking for all of you.
There was an automaton looking for us?
Yes, but I think it's whatever its prerogative is now null and void. Um, and Chomper will say, "Oh yes, I remember it. It pulled a gun on me because apparently I was still influenced by the Hungering One." This was before the Dragon Gods reawoke.
Huh. That interesting.
You missed quite a few things when you were off on that adventure.
Well, we have to. It's not like you guys can message us whenever something interesting happens. Oh, wait. You can.
Well, you guys were busy, and this kind of seemed like something that we didn't need to get multiple uh, end level adventurers involved with. Besides, some of us were more concerned with rebuilding after the Fallen Chosen attack. Others were more concerned with the recreating the armor of said people.
We're creating the armor of the chosen. Fun.
What were we talking about again?
Well, we were talking mostly about whether or not we want to keep her here, I guess, as a relatively neutral party. She could be kept here, I guess. And
I mean, that would be an idea because she is still a part of the cycle, or she is still a chosen of the Twin Divines. Maybe with some reluctance, she helps us with that hungering one thing. Because I doubt
Yeah,
we want that thing sticking around.
yeah, we don't really that tree is not natural. I'm okay with destroying it. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of eating the world that I live on.
yeah, it's kind of important that it does.
So keeping her close at hand could help with that. I mean,
Yeah, we'll keep her here for the time being. Um, you guys, I mean, Shimber and the Dragon Knights can, talk to her and stuff. And once we get our own prison set up, which frankly not a me problem, it's Daeun's issue, dealing with people and such. Uh, we can set that up. I don't. This way, Shimber and whatever doesn't fight over who keeps the damn lass.
all right. So just to clarify some things. So territorial division, as we see it here, correct?
Um, yeah, that looks good. Mikhail keeps the city.
Okay. And
Or
Tenuvial is being kept in the custody of the Dragon Knights, but on Mikhail.
yes, for the time being.
All right. All right. So they'll get the treaty drafted. The three knights will sign it. Um, Servon, since you've been the negotiator on behalf of Mikhail, have you sign it if you want to, or keep it for one of the other government employees to sign, and Silvar will sign on behalf of Shimber.
Starbano sign. He does. Hey, he's fine with that.
And in a situation that
Yeah.
no one can compare to the Texas War for Independence with de Santa Ana, Tenuvial will also sign the treaty, and it goes into effect with in a week.
Joy.
We will send word to our representative orders. I would suggest that you take this and convene with your own governments.
Sure.
Tenuvial is taken back to the prison, and uh, while you are not forcefully kicked out, you are heavily encouraged to leave. But now the time is yours. Cerebon, what do you wish to do?
He's producing more dinosaurs on his eye. He just goes back to his side of the eye. He's just producing more dinosaurs, I guess.
Do you choose to
For
inform the rest of your government of the treaty?
oh yeah, sure. He'll on his way to his side of the eye. He'll like walk past wherever the governing office is and just be like, "Hey, I made this. Congratulations, we're at peace." And just continue on.
All right.
You're welcome.
nonchalantly like, "Oh, hey, we're at peace now."
Cheers.
All right.
This was a what was it, like a 3-day war for us? We're at war
Uh,
with this person. Yeah, we're done.
well, for you guys, it probably would have been like 3 hours, maybe.
Yeah, literally, we're at war with this person, enters their city and fights the
Well,
leader of the city, and we're done now.
well, technically,
That
it
wasn't
started.
hard.
Like technically, at least with the Mikhail side of things, it started when you got shot out of the air.
True. Yeah. Uh,
And well, technically, it will end when the treaty takes into effect. The effective fight, quote unquote, fighting for this war ended when she reverse swan dived off the tower. But I'll say that on the day that the treaty takes effect, um, well, the day before, Daon, you would hear that there is going to be an official announcement on the next day that they want as many of the council there as possible.
I'm back. I disconnected. Can you hear me?
Yes.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I got the line work done. I may have to post this tad later. Sorry. Drawing stuff. Okay. So, yes, Daehun. Oh, all right. So you said 5 days, right?
Yeah, about 5 days.
Okay. So I now have +2 to my
Charisma.
charisma. I now have 22 charisma. I am unstoppable. I have a. All right, this is fun. Okay. Um. Yeah. Yeah. He'll actually really quick
Mm.
during those 2 days, or sorry, those 4 days.
5.
I guess 5. During those 5 days, Sturban. First off, can I find the ointment stuff in the city?
I mean, it's just ointment that it's like
Actually, first, first,
precious
first.
oils that just you need 1,000 GPU worth of oil
Right. So
per
Per
person.
casting.
first,
Yeah.
first, first. I'm going to check with the potion master whose son now works in McTail. Do they have it?
Um, their things is potions. I mean, they would have herbalism kit proficiencies. Uh,
So they'd have the healing salves then.
yeah. Yeah. So I'll say that you mark off 5,000 gold for the
Okay.
purchase of the materials. Assuming you
Okay.
want to revive
Just for the
5
sake of
people.
just for the sake of this, I'm going to say that I don't revive all the signets. I just need my the main
Okay, so how many did you need back?
11. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't work at all. I have 9 total people. And I'm going to assume that you said 50, about 50% of them fell. So I'm going to say 5 people total. I've already gotten 1 back, so I need 4 people.
All right, so mark down 4,000, and you'll get those 4 people back. And now I have to
So every
roll.
day Daehun shows up with a new skull. Hey, bring this guy back. I got your oils.
All right, now just to make sure that this is 4 uses.
Yes, 4 different uses on all of my um, head honchos.
All right.
I
So,
mean, that's Turbine can do two a day essentially.
Right. So there should hopefully be enough time.
Yeah.
all right. So, um, the first person to come back will come back as. Let me get reincarnate up. Will come back as a dragonborn.
Okay.
The
It's
second
gonna be
will come back as a half elf, and I believe those last two will come back as humans.
okay. So we have now two half elves, one dragonborn. Okay.
Yes. So, in the order of coming back, and I'll leave you to decide what the order was dragonborn, half elf, human, human. You were three off of
Okay.
getting a tiefling.
Oh, thank goodness. All right. Yeah, I'll make sure those are all assigned. I'm gonna assign races to these guys. I know you don't care because they're literally NPCs that I never talk about, but I might do art later, so we'll see. They all have their names embossed on their breastplates. So I'm going to make sure that they're fully clothed. Sadly, I'm going to leave the other 24 people who are dead to just stay dead. They're not head honcho. Um, and that's that.
I'm just imagining a picture of this being like your those Civil War general pictures or photos, or it's like the main general under support or their I don't want to say cabinet because that doesn't sound right, but like the other people like top head honchos in their armies.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the
Okay.
day of the announcement comes, um, and as much as she is reluctant to do this, Tong will make the announcement. Uh, I have no idea why you guys decide to leave the anarchist in charge. That I should basically say that, well, first, you gather on the second floor of the Hanatura trading post, which is where your council room is. But you meet there. Tong will lead you all to a balcony where much of the population of Lair and McTail have gathered, and Tong says, "People of the island of Mikhail, for the past several weeks we have been tormented by foes abroad. Some even coming amongst our own and disturbing the peace. But as of today, those worries are. We are done away with those worries. The perpetrators who have attacked the civilian populace have been captured and imprisoned, or otherwise is disposed of. And for these efforts, we have to thank the island private investigators. And while this was, uh, and while this was not uh, to any of the common people's awareness, we were briefly at war with an ancient kingdom. But thanks to the efforts of the island's founders, we now have more territory to which we can expand, to which we can settle. And, and we have also uh, gained some allies in the form of a long supporter of this country, the Principality of Shimver, as well as uh, the Draconic Orders of the Gem Knights, the Metal Order, and the Knights Chromies. We'd like to thank the efforts of everyone, not only on this island, but also on the islands on which we have secretly settled. As Prime Minister of this island, thank you all. And Tong will turn towards the guys, and as soon as she is out of sight of the populace, it's just okay. Hopefully, I never have to do that again.
You're gonna do it again. Hopefully a few times.
Oh yeah, I've also finally figured out a tax system for this island. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Taxes. Taxes. Thank you.
Yeah,
Do I get money? You're gonna give me money now, right?
you are technically part of the government. Yes, these taxes will be funded to you.
Awesome.
Not the entirety of the taxes.
Well, I only live in McTail, and now I do technically have a city.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, just more paperwork for you, I'm sure.
I hate you guys.
I'm so glad that you do. Well, aside from that, how's everything been going here? Not a whole lot of time spent away, but
Well, as you heard, we had some issues going on. Uh, did I tell you that there was a circus in which some crystalline zombies appeared and attacked people?
yes, and people showed them to me, and I wasn't allowed to go near them for no good reason.
Yeah. So we had some people investigating that, and then these people found a dead warforged as well as an automaton from Mythosil.
I'm going to stop you right there. What's a warforged?
Robots, essentially.
Dehu, do you
Kind
have
of.
a warforged as a crew member on the Steel Swan?
I haven't been on the Steel Swan in months.
Well, it might please you to know that as a part of this investigation, the Steel Swan was confiscated from Turku.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. My a certain relation of mine may or may not have stolen it while the crew was ashore.
Wait, you mean it's gone?
Uh, no, well, no, the ship is still in port, But a certain relation of mine may have confiscated it for use in the investigation while the crew was ashore. And we are not giving it back to Turku.
Thank goodness. Okay, I thought you I thought you were taking the beautiful ship that we're named after, and you know, sorry, not that we're named after, but like our first vehicle.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes, and it's now the flagship of the Mikhail Navy.
Perfect. I was going to ask about a navy, but I don't like water, so
Well, good for you because I'm working on the military. You have your mercs.
I got my mercs. You got the military. What's the difference, really?
That your people would normally have to be paid out of our pocketbooks, but since that they're
True.
your mercenaries, technically we don't have to pay them, or at least we don't have to pay them as much as you don't want to.
Yeah, but I'm getting paid taxes, so you are paying them.
Now, since we are kind of now allies with Shimber, do you want to like take your mercenary army and go fight the Ganamysons?
Have you heard there's a lot of plunder possible over there?
I mean, with your mercenary crew, I don't have. If I don't know, it's not my problem.
Perfect. Yeah, you know what? I haven't had a good old conquest in a little while. What do you say, Sturban? Can we go kill some people for money?
Conquest, and you alright? Did you just take the blasted city? We just got the truce for that, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't like real conquest. It was magical conquest. That's not the same, Sturban.
You frickin' summoned all your men for a fight. It was army v army.
It was barely an army, Sturban. Come on. Oh, speaking of that, first off, DM out of character, I am going to have to talk to you about like sending supplies and how much money that's going to cost me
Yeah.
and so on. We'll do that later. Um, in character, I got to remember to send him on that cruise. Ooh, hey, um, hey Tong.
Yes.
So check this out. He's going to pull out his rod of security. I think is what it's called. See this?
Yes.
So I was thinking that we could make a rewards program for anybody who does good stuff. So like for that, oh, I don't know, that crew of detectives or the person who decided to steal the ship from Turku, we'd send them on a nice little cruise or a nice little vacation in this thing. The issue is I don't want to have to deal with that, so I was wondering if I could
She'll hold out her hand.
like I'm not giving it to you. Are you kidding? That's hilarious. No, I was thinking a little bit more along the lines of I don't know, could be like a government thing, like people sign up through the government to pay me, or does it have to be like a local, like a Daehoon special?
This will certainly be a thing that I will might think about. I mean, I've gone ahead and rewarded those individuals, at least as far as they're concerned.
Good.
Uh,
Because I mean, like this thing takes magic and time. If we can save money and people, that would be great.
yeah, we'll definitely have that talk between sessions.
Awesome, cool.
Uh, is there anything else that you guys want to do immediately?
Immediately.
As in, before we end the session?
Not really.
We've conquered a kingdom. I'm getting my teleportation circle still. Is the city supplies thing that's
That'll
going
be
to
one
be
of the things
a
that we talk
what?
about.
Yeah, that'll be one of the things we talk about. Is that specifically Daehoon? I don't think so. I know he says he owns it, but I don't think he does.
So technically, the city was put under a. Uh, it's like the Oregon Territory between the U.S. and Great Britain. It's joint occupation between you
Eh.
guys and Shimver.
Okay, so Daehoon's probably going to make sure his mercs are getting the best houses, like the noble woman that I left behind to help out with the city, just temporarily. Um, she's still there, right?
Yeah, I mean, she also has
We'll
her own
talk about
country
this
to run
later.
now.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just hoping that she'd like tell us where the old city is, and so on and so forth. But we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I can't think of anything aside from okay. In session, this is probably a good idea. So, how's that super magic armor coming along?
Um, it's probably going to be a few more weeks before they get like a prototype running, but they have
Perfect. So I'll get
they have a lot of people working on it.
awesome.
And I
And
mean
that's all in my work, right?
in various parts on the island, but it is
Eh,
still
fair
a
enough.
lot of people. And you're talking
Gonna
about
be so sweet when the next.
multiple. You're talking about multiple tier 4 adventurers working on this.
Good night. I mean, I knew that Vogely and uh, I
Silvar,
forgot his dad's name,
Silvar.
Silvar. Thank you. Um, were working on it, but I didn't know there were multiple.
Well, you had Audrey come,
Hmm.
Audrey's brother.
Right,
Uh,
because he was the original maker, right?
no. So Audrey's brother was an artificer. Well, Audrey is a wizard. Um, you had
Right,
her.
but this is the armor that we picked up in the Nuke City, right?
Um, the armor of the fallen chosen. That is from when Lair was attacked.
Oh, no, no, no. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about
Oh, the dragon style armor. I think.
yeah, the dragon armor.
I
Yeah,
keep forgetting about
that
that. Yeah, I think
that's all
that
right. It
was.
was technically a Volkley thing.
Yeah, I think Vogley was working on that. Like just Vogley. Now, the armor
Yeah.
of the fallen
So if he's not
chosen.
focusing,
You have you have her, Audrey, Audrey's brother. Uh, yeah, just a bunch of artificers and wizards working on how do we make an artifact.
right? Makes sense. I'd prefer them to be working on that. And then Echo, I'm pretty sure he was the one with the. He's currently working in my siege workshop, making sure that stuff is going to go boom. But he was the one to make that super cool sword with the weird material, like it's magic but not actually.
I can see that I have to go back over some old sessions.
I know. I think about the weirdest thing. My friends say I'm obsessed with infrastructure. Um, so yeah. So Echo had the +1 sword that wasn't actually +1 like magic wise. It was just
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I think technically Harmony also does as well.
Yes. So as long as Echo. Uh, okay. Yeah. I think those are all my questions about infrastructure or economy things. As long as those things are being worked on and I'm getting my teleportation circle, we'll be fine.
All right. Then I will go ahead and end the live stream.